Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a topic I think pretty much everyone can relate to, really.
Oh, yeah.
We're diving straight into the world of sex hacks.
Ah, okay, sex hacks.
Yeah, think of them like those, clever life hacks for everything else. Smart tools, techniques, little shortcuts.
Right, skills to make sex maybe easier or more efficient,
Exactly. Or just solve those common bedroom issues in like really inspired ways.
like organizing your kitchen drawers, but for pleasure.
Precisely. And it feels important, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you look at the stats.
What stats are those?
Well, the Direct Sexual Well-Being Global Survey found that 60% of people think sex is vital,
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
but only 44% are actually fully satisfied.
Wow. Okay, that's a pretty big gap.
It really is.
Yeah.
So today, this deep dive is kind of on a mission to help you, the listener, understand that gap and maybe find ways to bridge it.
Exactly. And let's be real, life gets busy. Time, energy.
Yeah,
Sometimes the idea of, elaborate sex just feels like too much effort.
totally. Sometimes you just want to get down and dirty.
Yeah. But what our sources show is that really satisfying sex, whether it's solo or with someone,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be complicated.
not at all. So listener, our mission today is simple. Extract the best insights, the practical tips from loads of great sources.
We're talking top sex educators, writers, bloggers, really knowledgeable people.
Yeah, we've really dug into their work to make your sex life simpler, maybe sweeter, and definitely super satisfying.
And we've broken it down into, well, manageable chunks. We'll look at self-pleasure, foreplay, stuff for when you're actually in the sack.
Oral sex, anal sex, sex talk, that's a big one.
Oh, yeah. Sexual health, high-tech sex, even
Uh-huh.
sexual self-confidence.
Toys, kinky sex, and the big finale, climax.
It's all about bringing that creativity back, isn't it?
Exactly. These aren't rules, they're just sparks, ideas to make things more enjoyable for you.
Okay, ready to dive in?
Let's do it. Where are we starting?
Let's kick things off with something foundational. Self-pleasure. Ah, yes. Masturbation. It's fascinating how views on this have changed, isn't it?
Totally. Our sources really highlight that shift. It went from being this like taboo thing.
Yeah, bad for your health, hairy palms, all that nonsense.
Right. To now being seen as, well, a totally normal stress reliever and a key way to explore.
And genuinely important for sexual health. Research links regular solo time, especially for women, to feeling more satisfied overall sexually.
And having more positive views about sex in general. It's like,
Yeah,
it's your own personal sex ed class, you know?
exactly. And that knowledge pays off in partnered sex, too, if you don't know what feels good to you.
How's a partner supposed to figure it out, right?
Precisely. So let's get into some specific hacks our sources mentioned.
Okay, first up, let your fingers do the walking. This one's from Jenny Davis.
Right. The beauty of this is its simplicity. Your hands. They're always there.
No batteries required.
Exactly. And you've got total control pressure, speed, type of touch, circles, strokes, taps.
And she emphasizes exploring the whole body, right? Not just zooming in on the main event straight away.
Uh-huh. Build that arousal.
Okay.
Fingers are, like she says, incredibly versatile tools.
Makes sense. Okay, next hack. Aimed more at guys looking to improve endurance using a masturbation sleeve.
Yeah, this is framed as practice, really. Simulating sex to build control and last longer.
So it's less about just racing to the finish line.
Exactly. More about control. The advice is to aim for maybe 20 minutes
Yeah.
using that start-stop technique.
And the payoff.
Well, potentially a more intense climax for you and definitely better stamina for partnered sex down the line. More satisfaction for everyone.
Right, building that control. Okay, what about adding sensation? Heat things up with a warming lube.
Ah, yes. These lubes have ingredients that create a gentle warming feeling.
And what's the benefit there?
Increased circulation, more blood flow to the pleasure zones, which can mean heightened pleasure.
Sounds good. Any caveats?
Definitely test a small amount first. You want warmth, not, discomfort.
Good call. Okay, moving from solo to shared. Do it with a partner.
This one's great. It's fun, it can be really hot, and it's a massive learning opportunity.
How so?
Watching your partner pleasure themselves or doing it together, it shows you exactly what they like, what turns them on, without guessing.
That's a direct line to understanding preferences.
Totally. And it's safe, intimate exploration where everyone gets touched just how they want.
Love that. Okay, final self-pleasure hack, and this one's pretty clever. Turn an electric toothbrush into a discrete vibrator.
Haha, yeah, this one pops up a bit. And apparently, it can be surprisingly effective.
Really? How?
Often the vibration frequency is actually higher than some standard vibrators. Create a unique buzz.
And it's discreet, right? For travel or just keeping things low-key.
Exactly. Just maybe get a separate toothbrush if you're using it for, well, both purposes.
Wise advice. Okay, that covers self-pleasure. Let's transition to something that sets the stage, or can be amazing on its own. Foreplay.
Right. And big thing, our source's stress is reframing foreplay. It's not just the opening act.
It's not just getting ready for sex.
No, it is sex.
Yeah.
A crucial part, like that amazing appetizer that makes the whole meal better.
Hmm.
It builds anticipation, desire.
Makes the whole experience more memorable, more exciting. And that McGill University study you mentioned earlier,
It showed that the bigger the buildup of arousal.
the more pleasurable the orgasm tends to be. Makes sense. Applies solo or partnered.
Absolutely. And look, especially for women, good foreplay is often essential. It massively increases the chances of enjoyment, of orgasm.
Some research even suggests women rank it as the most satisfying part.
Yeah.
Right? And wish partners spent more time on it.
That's what the data suggests, yeah. So, gentlemen listening,
Mm.
take note. Foreplay is key.
Message received.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into specific foreplay hacks. First, put those nipples front and center.
Yeah, for many women, nipples are a major erogenous zone. Super sensitive.
And stimulation can even lead to orgasms sometimes. Nipplegasms.
It can, yeah. It involves oxytocin release. The key is starting gently caressing, maybe light sucking, and paying close attention to your partner's reaction. Follow their lead.
Good advice. And it's not just for women, right?
No, definitely not. Some men really enjoy nipple play too. Worth exploring with any partner.
Okay, good point. Next, a classic. Kiss her on the neck. Still a winner.
Oh, absolutely. The stats are pretty compelling. The Book of Odds says something like 96% of women love neck kisses.
Wow, 96%? So after the lips, it's a prime spot.
Definitely. And the advice is not just kissing, but, gentle caresses, grazing along the neck, shoulders, teasing, building that tension.
Simple, effective. Okay, another one that plays on anticipation. Keep your panties on.
Yeah. This taps into that kind of teenage makeout excitement, doesn't it?
How does it work?
Pleasuring each other through the clothes. It's incredibly teasing, builds anticipation like crazy.
So when you finally get skin on skin,
Boom. It can feel way more intense, that delayed gratification effect.
love it. Okay, now for something a bit different. Scaring the crap out of each other. Seriously.
Yeah, sounds weird, but there's science behind it.
Mm.
Research shows that doing adrenaline pumping stuff together.
Like roller coasters, skydiving.
Exactly. Ziplining, haunted houses.
Yeah.
That excitement, that adrenaline rush can actually transfer into the relationship. Makes things hotter in the bedroom, too. It's called misattribution of arousal.
Huh. Who knew fear could be foreplay? Okay, moving towards communication. Make dirty talk Mad Libs.
This is a fun one from Ashley Manta. It's a playful way to ease into dirty talk if it feels awkward.
So like fill in the blanks.
Yeah, exactly. Takes the pressure off, makes it a game.
Mm-hmm.
But importantly, she also stresses communicating limits.
Right. Knowing what's not okay is just as crucial.
Absolutely. Boundaries are key.
Such a clever low-stakes way in. Okay, next, using light. Use a flashlight to light up your pleasure zones.
Ooh, this one creates a really intimate, focused vibe. Turn the main lights off.
And use a flashlight beam?
Yeah, to guide your partner's touch, or just their attention, to exactly where you want it. Start less intimate, maybe shoulders, back, then move to erogenous zones.
Adds visual focus, anticipation. Nice. But sometimes, less is more, right? The next hack, be still.
Right. This contrasts with all the usual movement. Instead of lots of stroking and kissing,
What do you do?
just place your hand deliberately on your partner's genitals. Make eye contact. Maybe talk dirty.
So the focus is on that sustained pressure, the warmth, the eye contact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It can be surprisingly powerful. A reminder that touch doesn't always need to be busy.
Good point. Now, heightening another sense. Intensify touch by removing sight. The blindfold.
Classic for a reason.
Mhm.
Sensory deprivation. When you take away sight, the sense of touch often becomes much more heightened.
Your other senses compensate.
Right. Plus, it adds mystery. Surprise. Your partner doesn't know what's coming next. Increases tension.
Definitely adds intrigue. Okay, for keeping things fresh long term, Bobby Morgan suggests incorporate the element of surprise.
Yeah, this is crucial for long relationships. Routine can kill desire. Or he says passion and intrigue need nurturing.
So mix things up. Avoid just doing the same thing every Tuesday.
Pretty much. Plan surprise dates, suddenly introduce a new toy or position, try role-playing.
Role-playing like,
Could be anything. Acting seductive from the moment you walk in, pretending you're strangers meeting for the first time.
yeah,
Got to gauge your partner, obviously.
keeping that spark alive. Okay, shifting focus to the body. Stimulating the sacrum. Where is that exactly?
It's that flat, triangular bone at the base of your spine in the lower back.
And why stimulate it?
It houses sacral nerves that connect directly to the genitals. So gentle stroking, massage, even licking there.
Can build heat directly?
Yeah, it's a pathway. Often overlooked, but can be very effective, even lead to orgasm for some.
Interesting. Another light touch idea. Heighten your partner's senses with a feather tickler.
Ah, the feather. It's all about gently stimulating those surface touch receptors.
Priming the skin for more intense touch later.
Exactly. Run it slowly down their body around erogenous zones.
Yeah.
Builds anticipation beautifully until they're begging for more.
Playful. Okay, for adding chance, Jenny Davis suggests use mason jars to mix things up.
It's a fun game idea. 2 jars.
Okay?
In one, slips of paper with verbs. Kiss, lick, caress, massage. In the other, body parts. Neck, inner thigh, earlobe.
And you draw one from each.
Yep. And that's your instruction. Keeps things spontaneous and fun.
Love that. Creative and adaptable. What about getting tasty? Use edible body paint?
Right. Turn your partner into a colorful and lickable masterpiece.
Less messy than whipped cream, maybe.
Probably. You can write messages, paint clothes on sensitive areas, then essentially lick it all off.
Deliciously artistic intimacy. Okay, sense of smell. Follow your nose. Scents can affect arousal.
Apparently so. Certain scents are linked to libido, blood flow.
Like what?
Vanilla seems to boost testosterone and libido in men, and studies showed lavender and pumpkin pie together.
Lavender and pumpkin pie. Seriously?
Yep. Increased penile blood flow significantly. Licorice and donuts also got mentions.
Wow. Snack choices matter. Okay, getting physical before getting physical. Jisley says, for hotter sex, warm up first.
Yeah, like a short run or brisk walk before sex.
Yeah.
Gets the endorphins going, makes you feel hot, healthy, confident, energized.
And showering before or after, up to you.
Totally personal preference.
Get pumped. Okay, water play. Jenny Davis again. Tap into fun in the shower or bath.
Water adds a great element. For solo female pleasure, she suggests a detachable shower head powerful tool.
And for couples,
Washing each other's hair, body, focusing on sensitive spots, turns a routine into something sensual and intimate.
nice. Okay, a bit of rule breaking. Bobby Morgan advises, give yourself permission to be naughty.
This taps into that thrill of doing something slightly forbidden, like when you were a kid.
So bring that energy into the bedroom.
Examples could be a quick grope in public, discreetly. Finding secluded spots with a slight risk of being caught, semi-public stuff, secretly passing underwear.
Injecting some playful risk and excitement. Okay, getting slippery. Simone Kitty Nelson on how to create a sexy adult slip and slide.
This is about neuromassage, Japanese technique using a super slippery gel.
And the key is,
Full nudity, lots of body-on-body contact, the feeling of skin gliding, soft parts on hard parts, vice versa. Start with them on their stomach, then back.
sounds incredibly sensual. Blindfolds or restraints optional.
Can definitely enhance it, yeah.
Deeply connecting. Okay, last foreplay one. Influencing dreams. Set yourself up for a sex dream.
Intriguing, right? The idea is what you do before sleep masturbating, reading erotica, watching porn can shape your dreams.
And didn't a study mention sleeping position?
Yeah, one study linked sleeping on your stomach to more sexy dreams.
Huh. Bedtime routines with subconscious benefits. Okay, wow, that's a lot of ways to get things going. Let's move into the in-the-sack hacks. What happens once things are underway?
Right. And the core idea here is breaking routine. Predictable sex often comes from repetition.
So, trying new things. But does that mean acrobatics and tons of toys?
Not necessarily. A lot of these hacks are actually pretty practical. Logistics, making things smoother, preventing awkward pauses, tweaking positions for better pleasure.
Becoming the sexual resource manager, as one source put it.
Exactly. Deploying pleasure strategically. First things first, though, a really basic but crucial one. Know your anatomy and your partner's.
Seems obvious, but maybe it's overlooked.
Often. Sexual anatomy is complex. So many erogenous zones beyond the usual suspects. Take time to learn diagrams, exploration, communication. Understand your partner's unique spots.
Knowledge is power, especially here. Building on that, become a scientist of sex.
This is about mindset. The best sex often comes from experimentation.
So don't expect every new thing to be instantly amazing.
Exactly. Be curious. Treat it like an experiment. Learn from what works and what doesn't. Takes the pressure off performance.
Removes that anxiety. Great approach. Okay, a physical adjustment. Cross your legs and squeeze.
Yeah, many women do this naturally as they near orgasm. Go with it.
Why does it help?
Crossing and squeezing engages core muscles involved in orgasm, can intensify things. Plus, for the partner doing penetration, it might feel snugger, more friction.
Subtle but effective. Okay, logistics. Install a lube dispenser by the bed.
Highly recommended. Lube is key for comfort, makes condoms work better.
And fumbling for the bottle kills the mood.
Totally. A motion-activated dispenser. Genius. Just be ready for the occasional random haha, noted. Okay, broadening the definition. Get into outer course. What's that?
Sex that doesn't involve vaginal penetration.
So, more than just foreplay.
Way more. Rubbing, erotic massage, mutual masturbation, even rubbing breasts on a partner. It can be incredibly satisfying on its own. Great for reconnecting, especially in long-term relationships. Good reminder that penetration isn't the only goal. Okay, for lasting longer, use a desensitizing lube.
These have ingredients, usually a mild anesthetic like benzocaine applied to the penis, reduces sensation temporarily.
Helps delay orgasm.
That's the idea. But be aware, your partner might feel the effects too. Using it with a condom can be a good strategy there.
Managing sensitivity for mutual benefit. Okay, this next one is unexpected. Put an unbalanced load in the washing machine.
Yes, you heard right. The washing machine vibration trick isn't new, but
Using an unbalanced load makes it stronger.
apparently creates more intense, maybe more varied vibrations.
Mm.
Just make sure your machine is stable.
Making chores exciting. Okay, changing dynamics. Switch roles.
Simple but powerful. If you have a usual pattern one person initiates, one is more passive, flip it completely.
So let the usually passive partner take total control.
Exactly. Dictate the pace, the activities, you completely change the energy, make familiar sex feel new again.
Shakes things up. Good one. Another way to explore. Play everything but.
This is a fun challenge.
Yeah.
The goal is to bring each other to orgasm using anything except traditional intercourse.
Forces creativity, right?
Totally. Makes you explore other kinds of touch, other pathways to pleasure that might get skipped otherwise.
Love that focus on creativity. Practical tip. Use a silicone or oil-based lube to silence a squeaky bed frame.
Oh man, a squeaky bed is the worst mood killer.
Right, so lube isn't just for bodies.
Nope. A little bit on the joints of the frame works wonders. And smells better than WD-40.
Brilliant. Okay, seizing the moment. Seize the moment, any moment for sex.
Life is busy. If you find yourselves with a few unexpected private minutes, go for it.
Even if it's quick and maybe not the perfect time or position.
Yeah, sometimes sex is just about reconnecting physically. Quickies can be surprisingly fun.
Spontaneity adds thrill. Okay, focusing on sensation differently. Go hands-free.
This is a challenge. Try pleasing each other using only body parts other than hands.
Like mouths, noses, teeth.
toes, maybe? It forces you to get creative, explore different sensations, probably extends foreplay too.
Opens up possibilities. Next, challenging timing. Rejigger your carnal clock.
So much sex happens late at night, right? When everyone's exhausted.
The Great American Sex Survey confirmed that.
Yeah. But if you're always trying to fit it in when you're tired, you're more likely to just fall asleep.
So look for other times. Daytime moments.
Exactly. When you both have a bit more energy and uninterrupted time, break the bedtime-only habit.
Smart. Comfort is also key. Get your room to just the right temperature for sex.
Absolutely. Being too hot or too cold is distracting. Don't be afraid to adjust the thermostat. Use fans, space heaters,
Even a quick cool shower in summer.
whatever it takes to make the environment comfortable so you can focus on each other.
Makes sense. And finally here, yoga gear. Use yoga props to stretch out your session.
Yeah, yoga blocks, straps, they can actually help with alignment and comfort in certain positions.
So you can hold them longer without getting sore.
Exactly. And a yoga mat provides cushioning on hard floors.
Yoga enhancing more than flexibility. Okay, great in the sack tips. Let's move to a specific act. Oral sex.
Right. Which is fantastic foreplay, but also totally stands alone as an intimate, arousing act.
But there are nuances, right? Techniques to make it great for everyone involved.
Definitely. Let's start with endurance for the giver. Improve oral endurance by releasing neck and jaw tension.
Jaw fatigue is a real thing.
Oh yeah, common complaint. So
Yeah.
treat it like athletics. Get your partner to massage your face, neck, jaw beforehand. Remember to relax your jaw, breathe deeply during.
Helps stamina and comfort. Good tip. Okay, building tension. Fire up your lover by filleting their fingers.
This is about slowing down, teasing. Fingers have lots of nerve endings.
So kissing, nibbling, sucking the fingers first.
Yeah, it's sensual, keeps them focused, builds anticipation for the main event.
playful and effective. To avoid that jaw fatigue during longer sessions, Mandy at Erocentric suggests, save your jaw by varying your technique.
Variety is absolutely key here. Don't just hold one position with your mouth open for ages.
Alternate techniques. Focus elsewhere for a bit.
Exactly. Switch between sucking, licking, using your tongue differently, maybe move to the inner thighs or other spots to give your jaw a break while keeping the arousal going.
Smart. Okay, this is interesting. Get aroused to improve your ability to deep throat. Your own arousal helps.
It does. When you're turned on, your throat naturally relaxes and opens up more because of those feel-good hormones.
Makes it more pleasurable for the giver, too. And maybe makes deep throating easier.
Potentially, yes. It's all interconnected.
Fascinating. Okay, adding tools. Add a vibrator. How?
Gently press a powerful vibrator against your cheek while giving oral.
Against your cheek.
Yeah, the vibrations travel through your mouth, creating this surprising extra layer of sensation for your partner. Works for penises or vulvas.
Creative amplification. Temperature play. Use heat to enhance sensation.
Simple one. Take a sip of hot water right before going down.
And the warmth transfers.
Creates a unique, intensified feeling on their genitals.
Unexpected jolt. And the opposite. Create a cool tingle by refrigerating your favorite lube.
Chill some flavored lube, then use it. That cool sensation can be really refreshing and playful, especially when it's warm out.
Fun contrast. Okay, gag reflex, common issue. Hack. Clench your fist to stop your gag reflex. Does this actually work?
It's a popular trick, even used by dentists. Make a fist, thumb tucked inside, squeeze gently.
Why does it work?
Mechanism isn't totally clear, but it often helps suppress the reflex. Worth a try.
Surprising solution. Okay, don't forget other features. Follow your nose to additional stimulation. Using your nose.
Yeah, while your mouth is busy, gently rub your nose around the clitoris or along the labia.
The cartilage provides a different texture.
Exactly. Subtle pressure, different sensation. Can be surprisingly effective.
Using everything you've got. Mastering the main tool. Train your tongue.
That tongue is amazingly agile.
Yeah.
Experiment. Flatten it, make the tip firm, flick it, use variety.
And communication is key here.
Absolutely. Ask your partner what feels good. Find out their favorite tongue tricks.
Right. Comfort for the receiver. Marla Renee Stewart suggests, crown your love a pillow princess.
Haha. Love the name. Basically, put pillows under your female partner's hips. Elevates her pelvis. Makes her genitals more accessible for your mouth. She can relax more. And it potentially saves your neck from straining.
Win-win positioning. Okay, the psychological side. Sid St. Vincent on make your partner feel delicious.
This is about the build-up before mouth contact. Tease over underwear, gentle nips, dirty talk.
Make them feel utterly desired.
Exactly. Show and tell them how much you enjoy their body. That feeling of desirability is a huge part of the pleasure.
It's the whole experience. Okay, a physical technique. Create a buzzing sensation with your lips.
Like making raspberry sounds, but gentler. Relax your lips, take a breath, then gently buzz them as you exhale around the clit or head of the penis.
Takes practice.
Maybe a little, but it creates this cool, tingling vibration.
Your mouth is a vibrator. Nice. Shower oral sex. Get a cushioned non-slip mat for your shower.
Safety first. Showers are slippery. A good mat provides comfort for kneeling and prevents accidents.
Smart and practical.
Yeah.
Okay, we've covered oral thoroughly. Let's move to anal sex.
Right. A topic that's definitely become more mainstream, less taboo, especially with younger people.
Sources show more people are trying it.
Yeah, there's been a noticeable increase. And the understanding is growing that it can be intensely pleasurable. Lots of nerve endings, proximity to prostate, or G-spot.
Variety is the spice, right? But safety and prep are huge here.
Absolutely crucial. Number one rule, LUBE. Lots and lots of it. The anus doesn't self-lubricate like the vagina.
What kind of lube?
Silicone or oil-based usually last longer. And if you're using toys, they must have a flared base.
Yeah.
Absolutely critical to prevent them getting lost.
Good point. And the main advice?
Go SLW. Listen to your body or your partner's cues. It should never, ever be painful.
Safety and pleasure together. Okay, hacks. First, stimulate the prostate without penetration. How?
Well, the source excerpt didn't detail this one, but generally the prostate can be stimulated externally through the perineum.
That area between the scrotum and anus?
Exactly. Gentle pressure or massage there can be pleasurable without any insertion.
Good to know there are non-penetrative options. Next, a safety reminder. Condoms make for safe sex, not just when you put them on a penis.
Yes. Essential for anal play. Wrap anything going in the anus, fingers, toys, Penis with a condom.
Why is that so important?
Protects against different bacteria transferring between anus and genitals or mouth. Prevents STI transmission. Allows safer switching between anal and vaginal sex without cross-contamination.
Key safety point. Okay, diet matters. Eat more fiber.
Sounds unsexy, but it helps. Good digestion, regular bowel movements, means less potential irritation or muscle strain in the anal area, makes play more comfortable.
Healthy body, better sex. Makes sense. Okay, the source was brief here, but mentioned using a powerful external massager.
Right, again, not detailed, but the idea could be using a massager on the external muscles around the anus to help them relax before attempting penetration.
Relaxation is key. Another timing suggestion. Come first, bum later.
Meaning,
For many, anal play works best after an initial orgasm achieved some other way.
because orgasm relaxes the pelvic floor muscles.
Exactly. Makes the body, including the anus, potentially less sensitive to discomfort and more receptive to pleasure afterwards. Strategic timing. And finally, be open to trying again.
Yeah, anal sex feels very different. If the first time isn't amazing, don't write it off immediately.
Take the pressure off.
Right. Try again when relaxed. Maybe experiment differently. Persistence, with consenting comfort, can pay off.
Good advice. Okay, moving from the physical acts to the essential foundation, communication or sex talk.
So important. Maybe not a new idea, but research consistently links open sexual communication with higher satisfaction.
People who are hesitant to talk about sex enjoy it less.
Often, yeah. Talking is vital for consent, needs, being a better partner. Just as important as the physical stuff.
Absolutely. First hack. Jendon Davis calls it practice oral sex, using stories.
Yeah, if dirty talk feels awkward, start with reading erotica aloud. Find a short piece you like, practice it, then maybe read it to your partner during intimacy.
Adds a different layer.
Totally. A less intimidating way into verbal intimacy.
Okay, for hookups, negotiation is key. Ignacio Rivera's hack. Negotiate a hookup in 1 minute flat. How?
By being prepared before you even meet. Know your boundaries, your triggers, what you actually want, your desired outcome.
Having that clarity makes it quicker and safer.
Exactly, even for brief encounters. And remember, you can always change your mind.
Empowering. Next, using online tools. Jill and Knott suggests use Tumblr to share ideas with a partner, or Pinterest, presumably.
Yeah, the platform doesn't matter as much as the concept. Porn can inspire ideas. A private shared board lets you collect photos, quotes, positions you both find hot.
A less direct way to show desires.
Exactly. You can even use it for sexting by reblogging stuff with flirty captions.
Visual and collaborative. Sometimes, though, direct is best. Tell your partner what you'd like them to do right now.
This is about positive framing. Instead of, don't do that, try, you know what would feel amazing right now? If you did X.
Gives clear, positive direction.
Empowers them to please you directly. Much better than criticism.
Definitely. Okay, tricky conversations like safe sex or STIs. Ashley Manta's advice. Practice the talk with a friend before trying it on a partner.
Good idea. Plan what you'll say. Be direct. No euphemisms. Try not to take reactions personally. Leave the door open for more talk. Be kind to yourself.
Rehearsing builds confidence.
Hugely. Makes the real conversation less daunting.
Preparation is key. Okay, we've covered talk. Let's get to the bedrock. Sexual health.
Absolutely fundamental. Protection from STIs, unwanted pregnancy, addressing dysfunctions. Good sex starts with a healthy body.
And sex itself has health benefits, right? Stress reduction, mood boost.
Better sleep. It's a positive cycle.
Nice. First sexual health hack. Feel entitled to pleasure.
This is about body image. Whatever insecurities you have, you deserve pleasure. It's a human right almost.
Don't let perceived flaws stop you enjoying your body's capabilities.
Exactly. Embrace it.
Powerful message. For women aging, Walker Thornton suggests, use a vibrator to keep your clitoris humming as you age.
Yet orgasms can naturally become less intense over time. Vibrators provide extra stimulation needed.
Good for sparking initial arousal, too.
Wait.
Or supplementing other activities.
Definitely. Reminds us pleasure isn't just about penetration.
Keeping things vibrant. Okay? Syncing with hormones. Sync your sex life up with your cycle.
Research suggests around day 14 of the menstrual cycle, hormonal shifts increase blood flow, swelling in the clitoris.
Making arousal potentially easier.
Could be. Tracking your cycle might help identify your natural peak desire days.
Working with your body. Okay, safe sex gear. Build a safer sex arsenal.
Find the condoms, lubes, dams you like, then stock up. Keep them handy bedside drawer, a dedicated kit.
Removes excuses, makes it seamless.
Exactly. Preparation makes safer sex easier and sexier.
Okay, diet again. Eat an apple every day to improve lubrication.
Really? Fascinating study. Apples have polyphenols, antioxidants,
Hmm.
linked to blood flow, arousal.
And something called floridin.
Yeah, a plant hormone thought to help vaginal lubrication.
An apple a day. Okay, dental dams important for oral safety. Hack. Use a condom to make your own dental dam.
If you don't have a proper dam, you can improvise. Cut the tip off a condom.
Then cut down one side lengthwise.
Yep. Creates a latex sheet. Resourceful.
Good backup. Toy safety. Smell your sex toys. Why?
Toys made with potentially harmful phthalates often have a distinct chemical or rubbery smell.
Especially jelly rubber, vinyl, PVC.
Right. If it smells weird, maybe avoid it. Opt for safer materials like silicone, glass, steel.
Be mindful of materials. Okay, getting in the mood when you're not feeling it. Learn to get in the mood.
Instead of saying no immediately when you're just meh.
Try initiating or responding anyway. Kissing, foreplay, cuddling.
Yeah. Sometimes just starting the physical connection is enough to spark arousal. Keep the door open.
Worth a try. Don't hide in the dark. Leave the lights on.
Vision is powerful. Let your partner see you. Enjoy watching their reactions. It's a turn-on for many.
Embrace the visual. Gloves aren't just for doctors. Share the glove. Tip from Mandy at Eocentric.
Wearing gloves can be a protective barrier if there are cuts, etc. Also creates a smoother surface for manual stimulation.
Reduces anxiety about mess during anal play, too.
Can do. Just use non-latex if allergies are an issue.
Protection and sensation. Sleepwear or lack thereof. Sleep in the buff.
Skin-to-skin contact can release hormones linked to desire. Plus, make it partner right there.
Yeah.
Convenient invitation.
Cozy and potentially stimulating. Yoga's benefits again. Practice yoga.
Shown to improve female sexual function, desire, arousal, orgasm, satisfaction. Also thought to help some men with ED.
Mind-body connection for better sex. Lube's importance. Recurring theme. Use lube to turn back the clock via Walker Thornton.
Especially as natural lubrication decreases with age. Think of it like moisturizer for down there. Reduces friction, enhances pleasure, makes things comfortable.
Just choose the right type for toy condoms.
Crucial point.
Sleep is vital. Sleep in to boost your sex drive.
Research shows for women, each extra hour of sleep correlates with higher likelihood of sex due to more desire.
Prioritize sleep. Desire might follow.
Seems plausible.
Beauty sleep for better sex. Natural lube option. Use simple natural coconut oil as lube.
Rich, thick texture, good for anal, pleasant taste for oral. Plus, antifungal antibacterial properties.
A catch.
Not compatible with latex condoms. Breaks them down. Big caveat.
Got it. And finally, surprising link. Make your wine red.
Moderate red wine intake linked to better female sexual health, desire, lube, function, and maybe higher testosterone in men.
But moderation is key.
Absolutely. Too much alcohol hinders arousal and orgasm.
Cheers to that carefully. Okay, health covered. Let's jump into the 21st century. High-tech sex hacks.
Our devices are part of our lives, including our sex lives now. Tech offers new ways to connect, experience pleasure.
Definitely. First, prepping for distance. Create a phone sex toolkit from Ashley Manta.
Practical stuff. Charger, hands-free headset, drink, maybe toys and lube. Think about whether you want quiet toys if you're vocalizing.
Preparation enhances the virtual experience. Building anticipation digitally. Share a secret Pinterest board.
We touched on this. Shared board with hot pics, quotes, tips, positions. Builds excitement when you're apart.
Modern love notes. And apps, of course. Download some steamy apps.
There are apps for everything now, right? Sexting aids, role-play ideas, descriptive scenes, position guides, interactive games. Your phone can be a sex tool.
Endless possibilities. Okay, shifting inward. Sexual self-confidence hacks.
So important. Real confidence comes from self-acceptance, knowing your desires, lets you ask for what you want and enjoy the experience fully.
Absolutely. First, a lovely idea from Jen Davis. Send yourself a sweet note.
Write a love letter to yourself. Focus on what you genuinely appreciate, strengths, unique features. Mail it to yourself.
A tangible reminder of self-worth.
Exactly. Powerful act is self-love.
Beautiful. Understanding desires. Make a sex list to get to know what you'd like in bed via Meg John Barker.
Spend 10 minutes listing everything potentially enjoyable sexually, in detail.
Yeah.
And mark each. Yes, no, maybe.
Helps clarify your own desires and communicate them.
Incredibly helpful for both. Know thyself.
Essential first step. Taking pressure off trying new things. Jiz Lee suggests. Set an anti-goal.
When trying something new, especially with a partner, don't focus on a specific outcome like orgasm.
Just explore for the sake of exploring.
Right. No expectations. Often leads to more spontaneous fun and discovery. Removes performance anxiety.
Makes exploration relaxed. Great tip. Okay, let's talk tools. Sex toy hacks.
Toys add fun, adventure, often intense pleasure. Solo or partnered, key is using them well and caring for them.
Right. First, practical storage. Jolyn Knott says, be a dildo Donnery.
Haha. Keep toys organized and discreet using everyday stuff. Hanging shoe organizers, spice racks, toolboxes.
Neat, accessible, private. Cleaning is crucial. Make cleanup easy by putting your sex toys in the dishwasher.
Seriously.
Some of them. Silicone, glass, metal toys without electronics can often go on the top rack. Gentle cycle, no soap.
Wow, simple sterilization. Enhancing internal pleasure. Shaking things up inside with Benoit balls.
These weighted balls, inserted vaginally, help tone pelvic floor muscles over time. And combining them with external vibration.
Creates a powerful, layered sensation. Internal and external stimulation together.
Intense. Keeping toys pristine. Clean up with sex toy cleaning spray. Bonus tip from Donna Turner.
Toy cleaner is essential, but alcohol-free formulas can also clean other smooth surfaces. Windows, mirrors, laptop screens.
Multitasking cleaner. Budget pleasure. Sonny Rogers on how to create a recessionista rabbit vibrator.
Instead of buying an expensive rabbit vibrator,
Combine cheaper components.
use a simple vibrator plus a vibrating cock ring placed strategically at the base to act as the clitoral stimulator.
Clever DIY. Okay, source was brief, but mentioned using a butt plug to enhance erection.
Again, not detailed, but some people find the gentle pressure from a butt plug creates a feeling of fullness, potentially intensifying orgasm. Exploring pressure points.
Interplay of sensations. Getting toys without spending a fortune. Become a savvy sex toy shopper.
Make a wish list. Check clearance sections online and in stores. Sign up for email lists for coupons. Use loyalty programs.
Shop smart. Okay, choosing a dildo. Judge a dildo by its base. Why is the base so important?
Crucial for safety. For anal play, it must have a wide, flared base to prevent it getting lost inside. Same if using with a strap-on harness.
Safety and function first. Quick improvisation. Turn a hair tie into a cock ring. Caution from Lauren Palmer.
A thick, sturdy hair tie can work as a makeshift cock ring.
But be careful.
Extremely careful. Not too tight. Don't restrict blood flow. And remove it promptly afterwards. Use with caution.
Safety paramount. Finding the G-spot. Want to find your G-spot? Find the right toy first.
Toys designed for it often have a specific curve or knob, firmer material. Pre-stimulation with a vibrator helps increase blood flow.
And mindset.
Relaxation, experimentation is an exploration.
Use the right tools. Choosing a vibrator. For a more satisfying vibrator, look for deep, rumbly vibration.
Quality matters. Deep, resonant vibrations penetrate better, stimulate the whole clitoral structure. Buzzy ones can cause numbness.
Rumbly, not buzzy. Got it. Cleaning up lube. James Darling's hack. Use salt to quickly clean off lube.
For water-based lube, table salt helps remove residue from hands arms, but wash thoroughly with soap and water afterwards, especially before touching genitals again.
Unexpected cleanup. Saving a toy from incompatible lubes. Eve Munak suggests. Mix silicone and water-based lubes to save a silicone sex toy.
If you accidentally use silicone lube on a silicone toy, bad. Mixing in at least 50% water-based lube can create a temporary safer blend. Isopropyl alcohol cleans silicone residue.
Bedroom chemistry rescue. Kinky repurposing. Turn a ping pong paddle into a custom spanker. Tip from Marla Renee Stewart.
Everyday items. A paddle offers a different sensation for spanking without buying specialized gear.
Household kink. If vibration is too intense, shield a sensitive clitoris with a towel or washcloth.
Simple barrier thin towel, washcloth between vibrator and clitoris dampens intensity. Makes it enjoyable for sensitive folks.
Adjusting for sensitivity, lube's final surprise use. Sonny Rogers says, use lube to tame flyaways.
Tiny amount of silicone lube on hair ends. Works like hair oil. Smooths flyaways. Often cheaper.
Beauty and pleasure. Playful lube use. Use flavored lubricant to create a sensual trail for your partner to follow.
Not just for oral. Trace lines on erogenous zones, have them lick it off. Tasty exploration.
Deliciously interactive. Making toys waterproof. Sonny Rogers again. Use a condom to make any toy waterproof.
Put the non-waterproof vibrator inside a condom, tie it securely, safe for bath or shower play.
Aquatic adventures. And playful control. Tease your partner with a remote-controlled vibrator.
One partner controls the other's pleasure from afar. Add surprise, anticipation, at home, or even out and about.
Power of pleasure at your fingertips. Okay, toys covered. Let's explore further. Kinky sex hacks.
Kink is basically anything outside your usual comfort zone that excites you. It's subjective.
Could be a new position, fuzzy handcuffs, more intense bonded.
Exactly. Or just toys with a different vibe. And research suggests variety increases orgasm likelihood.
Exploring passions boosts satisfaction. Okay, for kink-curious beginners, create a kinky sex list to find your favorite kinks.
Like the general sex list, but focused on kinky activities. Yes? No? Maybe columns. Then compare lists with your partner.
Great communication starter.
Perfect for finding mutual interest safely.
Foundational, physical play, John Prusik suggests. Challenge your partner to a sexual wrestling match.
Playful wrestling, clear boundaries, safe word essential, can include spanking, tickling, holding down, maybe dominant submission elements if that's your thing.
Consensual combat, sensation play, play pleasure spoons.
Simple. Alternate rubbing with frozen spoons and spoons warmed in hot water.
Contrasting temperatures wake up the skin.
Creates surprising sensations. Easy to try.
Cool idea. Group sex logistics, Rebecca Hiles advises, hire a cruise director to coordinate group sex.
Designate one person to guide things, suggest positions, help flow, keep everyone comfortable and engaged. Prep is key too. Lube, condoms, snacks.
Organization helps group dynamics. Resourceful kink. Pervert common, inexpensive household items for your own pleasure via Mona Darling.
Hardware store, kitchen shop, potential gold mines. Wooden spoons as paddles, bag clips as clamps, frozen utensils, shoelaces.
Get creative, but be safe.
Always. Safety and enthusiastic consent first.
A MacGyver kink. DIY strap-on harness. Make your own harness using a pair of underwear.
Snug, sturdy underwear. Cut a hole where the dildo goes. Maybe sew in a rubber O-ring for better hold.
Resourceful exploration for erection challenges. Sex doesn't have to be penetrative to be wildly erotic.
Crucial reminder. Focus on other intimacy, touch. Mutual pleasure can be just as or even more fulfilling. Redefine pleasure together.
Expand the definition. After intense play, Monday from Eurocentric on, assemble an aftercare preparedness kit.
BDSM can be intense physically, mentally, emotionally. Aftercare is vital.
What goes in the kit?
Relaxation stuff.
pianos.
Music, comfort items, blankets, snacks, safety basics, scissors for restraints, first aid. Plus, focused emotional support.
Prioritizing care and connection. Okay, kink explored. Finally, the grand finale. Climax hacks.
Orgasm isn't always just the goal. Achieving the best climax often takes finesse. Understanding anatomy, partner cues, desire to please.
Right. First, slowing things down. Kayla Lord suggests. Use a rich lube to slow down an orgasm.
Thicker, creamier lubes can slightly desensitize the clitoris temporarily. Allows a longer buildup.
For a slower, maybe more intense orgasm, or a pause between multiples.
Exactly. Savoring the journey. Sometimes interrupting helps. Just stop. When you're right on the edge, stop all stimulation. Breathe. Kiss your partner. Pleasure them.
Reconnects you, extends intimacy, potentially leads to a stronger orgasm later.
That's the idea. Build anticipation again.
Strategic pauses. Okay, squirting. Engage your pelvic floor muscles to increase the chances of squirting.
As you near G-spot orgasm, try bearing down with pelvic floor muscles, like pushing out with the vagina. May encourage fluid expulsion.
Exploring that specific type of orgasm. Dealing with distractions. Ken Melvoinberg's tip. Hold your breath to shut out annoying distractions.
If your partner seems distracted near a climax, gently tell them to hold their breath briefly while you count down. Refocus his attention on sensation.
Breath control for presence. Holding back deliberately. Kayla Lords again. Squeeze your kegels for a bigger, better climax.
Squeezing those muscles, used to stop urine flow, can delay orgasm. Releasing that built-up tension can make the eventual climax feel stronger.
Muscle control for intensity. Amplifying partner's climax. Pulse your way to pleasure.
As they peak, create gentle rhythmic pulsations with your touch on sensitive spots. Clit, perineum, anus, nipples. Mimic orgasm contractions.
Rhythmic touch amplification. Breathing patterns matter. Use rapid rhythmic breaths to increase sexual energy.
Nearing orgasm, try rapid, forceful exhales through the nose, mouth closed, like yoga's breath of fire.
Heats the body, oxygenates, bolds energy, keeps focus.
That's the theory. Taps into breath power.
Yogic climax. Okay, surprising factor. Wear socks for a bigger, better orgasm and warmer feet. Socks.
Yeah, a study found women were more likely to orgasm wearing socks. Theory is warmth, comfort, safety, less anxiety, easier orgasm.
Whoa. Socks. Unexpected key. For women, bladder, fullness. Hold it until you're done.
A full bladder can press on the G-spot, potentially intensifying orgasm for some women. Not usually recommended for men, though, can hinder their orgasm.
Strategic bladder use, with caveats. Finally, connection. Make eye contact to improve the odds of simultaneous orgasm.
Eye contact deepens intimacy. Powerful non-verbal communication. Helps gauge each other's arousal, maybe sync up climax.
Connection right to the end. Wow. Listener, we have really covered some ground today, haven't we? A true deep dive into sex hacks.
We certainly have. From self-pleasure, foreplay, in the sack stuff, oral, anal, sex talk, health tech, confidence toys, kink, right up to climax hacks. It's a huge range.
And the variety just shows, doesn't it? There's so many ways for you to enhance your sex life, whether you're exploring solo, deepening things with a partner, or just want more excitement.
Yeah, the main goal really is to move past routine. Get curious. Find out what truly brings you pleasure and satisfaction. And as we saw again and again, communication and experimentation are absolutely key.
Couldn't agree more. So here's a final thought for you listening. Which of these hacks really sparked something, made you think, maybe I should try that?
And maybe pick just one new idea to explore soon.
Exactly. Even small changes can lead to surprisingly big improvements in sexual well-being, enjoyment, and hey, it might just spark a really great conversation with your partner, too.
Definitely worth exploring.
Until our next deep dive, keep exploring.